Hey there, it's Casey. I'm here at TaxSaleAcademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. Today we are talking about tax sales and IRS liens. Now, before we get to that topic, if you are looking to learn more about investing in tax defaulted real estate, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on future tax sale training videos. All right, so let's discuss tax foreclosed real estate and IRS liens now. I'm not going to get into all the details because I have plenty of videos on it, but a tax sale is when a property owner fails to pay the property taxes on time. Then they eventually lose the property when a tax lien investor forecloses the lien or when a tax deed investor buys that property at a tax sale. During this process, many other liens are extinguished provided they receive the proper notice from the county based on the state's statutes. So here's what that means. While the property is going through tax foreclosure, notices are mailed to all of the interested parties, which includes lien holders such as mortgage holders, mechanics liens, that kind of stuff. So if the property owner forgot to pay the plumber and the plumber placed a $5,000 lien against that property, the plumber will get notification of the tax foreclosure during that foreclosure process. Essentially to say, listen, this process is going through tax foreclosure. You will lose any interest you have in this lien and in that property if it goes through that foreclosure. The plumber, of course, could pay off the taxes. That way he could keep his lien valid. Or, most commonly, he would simply have his lien extinguished during the tax foreclosure process. The same goes for mortgages. The mortgage holder could pay off the taxes to keep their interest in the property, or if they don't do that, they could have their interest, they could have that mortgage extinguished during the tax foreclosure. Now, those are private party liens. Governmental liens are completely different. The government is not going to wipe out their own liens. That'd be counterproductive to them. You got the tax collector over here and say, code enforcement over here. The tax collector isn't simply going to say, Mr. Code Enforcement Officer, your lien's gone now. And no, instead they will keep both. So once it goes through tax foreclosure, that governmental lien is still going to stick in most scenarios. This includes liens of even higher priority than your local government, such as IRS liens. Of course, these are liens against a person who has failed to pay their income taxes, which attach to any property that they now own. And you can perform a public record search to determine whether or not the property you're interested in has a lien attached to it. We're not going to get to all the details of searching for IRS liens, but simply put, you're going to search the owner's name, see if they have an IRS lien attached to them, which would then attach to any properties that they own. Now, when it comes to IRS liens, they are not automatically extinguished. They will actually remain after the sale of the property for a set period of time. So if you buy it at a tax foreclosure sale, that lien will stay with that property, provided the IRS did receive proper notice from the county during the foreclosure process. The IRS is going to have 120 days after the sale to stake a claim in that property. Now, if they do decide they want to become the owner of that property, they will reimburse you your purchase price plus interest. You will lose all claim to the property. You'll get your money. They'll seize the property, and you'll be on your way for another investment deal. So, if a property at a tax sale has an IRS lien when it is sold, you will not be able to get title insurance or have undisputed ownership of that property until that 120-day period has expired, or if you want to be real nice, until you pay off the IRS debt of the former owner they had racked up. Now, that might sound very crazy, but in some situations, that might actually be the best option. If you're talking about a property that's worth $200,000, $300,000, and you can step in and pay maybe $1,000 worth of tax obligations for the former owner, hey, call yourself the good guy, pay those off, and move on and sell that property in much, much faster time period than that 120-day period that the IRS has. Now, in many cases, however, you'll probably just want to wait for that 120-day period to expire. Now, with all that said, This is something that really seems to intimidate many people. I guess the IRS is just intimidating like that. They feel that the IRS is going to swoop in and take whatever property they purchase just because the IRS has a lien against the former owner. When it comes to asset seizure, the IRS certainly has the authority to seize and resell real estate. But we also have to be very aware of the value of our properties. Keep in mind that there are expenses and there are time investments that the IRS has to make in order to seize and sell real estate. The $500 lot that you bought at the auction is probably not going to be on the top of the IRS's list for asset seizure. That rare $1 million mansion you bought, however, might be their top target. So think logically here. The fact is that IRS liens on tax sale properties really are not that big of a deal if you know what you're getting yourself into from the very start. The primary difference, of course, is that 4-month-long holding period with the possibility that they can come in and take the investment property you purchased with reimbursement and interest, of course, so it's not all that bad. But obviously, if you have to sell a property within a day or within a month, maybe to repay a loan or something like that, you're not going to have that ability if a property has an IRS lien on it. Instead, you have to wait that 4-month period. And in that case, you might want to skip over the properties that do have IRS liens. Otherwise, they're really not that big of a deal. I truly hope that today's video has helped you out. If I can provide any additional help, there are a bunch of links down below in the video description. And one of those links will take you to our primary website at taxsaleacademy.com, where you can grab a free copy of my book, Tax Sale Playbook, if you'll just cover the nominal shipping costs, or for the most advanced step-by-step training, click on that join button and become a member of the Academy. Hey, take care and make it a successful day. See ya.